Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Amber Unfiltered. Today I want to touch on something that might be perceived a little bit controversial, but I have a very strong opinion about it. I feel like a lot of the times we tend to idolize Black couples in our community, especially in the entertainment space. And I feel like we need to stop doing that because we really don't know who these people are. And a lot of the times we find out later that it isn't what it was cracked up to be. But before I do that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, if you want to cash out me at AmberUnfilteredShow, that'd be greatly appreciated. So someone I thought about when I was, getting ready to make this video was Iman Shumpert and Teyana Taylor. I'll show you a quick picture of them. You've probably seen them on our screens in some capacity. I think Teyana does modeling, singing, acting, like she's a triple threat. Iman was a former NBA player, and I think he turned to rapping and acting. They're not the only example of this, but, but I feel like they definitely fed into this narrative. Even like Remy and Papoose, even though this video isn't necessarily about them, I never buy into this stuff. I want to say another example too, because I don't want to just shit on Iman and Teyana. I feel like another one is like Jay-Z and Beyonce. I feel like Will and Jada was like a huge one growing up. Even Denzel and his wife Pauletta, I don't really know too much about them. I don't want to speak too ill on anybody really like that, but I feel like we are like, oh, they've been together such and such amount of time. We should look up to them. We adore them. We revere them. What I don't understand is, how are you worshiping somebody you don't know? Like, I don't like that. And then it's like they make Black love, like Black excellence, Black love, like they really like push it. Like that's their narrative, that's their image, that's their brand. But then it's like, how do I know you're actually living up to what you're portraying? Because again, who you portray in front of the camera is not who you are behind it. Like, I feel like when Iman and Teyana were starting to have rifts and they were saying that stuff was happening, she was like covering for him. And I think that's another thing that Black women do that we need to stop fucking doing for Black men. If it's someone that needs protection, that's one thing. But if this man is hurting you or abusing you, I feel like that's ingrained in us. And I fucking hate that shit. My daughter will not be participating in that. If someone is hurting you, you walk the fuck away. But something that annoyed me was how much she was covering for him and speaking up for him and protecting him, but he wasn't doing the same for her. I was like, and I had heard for years that there was infidelity rumors, and she was like, I don't speak on him. There's nothing going on. And I was just like, But then I remember when she made that post, like, not too much on my best friend, like we're not together, but like we're still like very cordial, very friendly. But then she comes out and divorces him and then says he was a narcissist. He was jealous of her the entire time, blocking her blessings, blocking her bags. I wasn't really surprised. I was like, something about it did not seem genuine. I was like, they really want us to believe that all is well. And I was like, I just feel like there's something there. I just couldn't put my finger on it. And again, I don't want to shit on her. This is the father of her children, so I'm not going to speak too crazy. But again, I feel bad because they probably, maybe their publicist, maybe their team encouraged this. And I think we have the tendency to uplift and promote certain images that are harmful or not genuine. They're disingenuous. And I feel like the media, Black media, also helps with this too, like Essence and places like that. And those are great magazines. I've read them since I was a kid, like Essence, Vibe. I'm trying to think of other ones. I can't right now. Ebony. Again, they're wonderful magazines. I still read them to this day. But I don't know. I don't like that shit because then you have to like keep up this appearance that isn't true to you. And it's a lie. And then it doesn't give us hope, because then when y'all break up, then it's like, oh shit, everything that they told us or everything that they sold us wasn't real. Or it was a part, it was a character, it was an image, it was a likeness. And I fucking can't stand that shit. I'm trying to think of who another one is. You know what? I have one in mind, but I'm not going to say it because I feel like someone's going to eat me up for bringing it up. But I remember just being like, I'm not surprised by any of it. Iman, I feel like was trying to ride her coattails or dim her light. I feel like Cardi and Offset a little bit maybe, but they very much give like materialistic like hood love. I feel like it's a little bit different. I don't look at them as couple goals. I think Iman and Teyana were very much that. Remember when they had the show, all the photo shoots that they would do, they were like very sexually charged, very beautiful portraits and very beautiful photos. But I don't know, I just can't buy into it because I am a very good judge of character, and it just, again, it didn't seem authentic. And I think it's very harmful. I think you can have black love. I'm in an interracial relationship, so I can't speak for myself, but I think that it can exist. And I think that healthy examples can exist. I feel like the people who are the loudest like that, it's not all it's cracked up to be. Usually there's something that they're hiding, or usually something going on behind closed doors. I feel bad that she went through this, because no one should be married to someone who like literally hates their guts or treats them badly. Like, that's not what you sign up for when you get married. But oh, I just thought of another one. Who was the other one? Oh my gosh, I just lost it. I'm so sorry. But I think that it's very annoying. I don't buy into it. I need to see more time develop, and I need to see more of what they do in their character and their actions before I really decide to commit to someone. Okay, I really love them, and don't eat my ass up. I'm not trying to bash them, but I feel like DeVal Ellis and Kadeen Ellis do this as well. And I was like, that's very dangerous. You're portraying this luxury, like we're so in love. I think that they actually are, but I still think that that's a hard image to maintain. And then again, we find out later that it wasn't what we thought it was. And I think it showcases love in a very happy-go-lucky light. And I know that they talk about it more on their podcast, but I think their public-facing image is just so perfect and so curated. And oh, we're so in love. We know what we're doing. We have the formula. We've cracked the code. We've been together 20, 30 years. But it's like, what works for you might not work for the next person. Even remember Megan Good when she was married to her ex-husband Devon Franklin? They were doing the same thing, and it's like, no, they're human. They're prone to flaws just like you and me. And I don't like that. I like people who are genuine. I like people who tell it like it is. Like when I talk about my husband, I do talk about our issues. I don't say what specifically in depth. The only way you're here is if you're close and if you're in my inner circle. Other than that, I don't be airing out our tea like that. There's probably like maybe 2 or 3 people that I really, really trust. Very close friends of mine that I would tell all my business to like that. But anyone else, no, you're not going to find it. You'll never know. I'm taking that shit with me to the grave outside of them. But I don't know. I don't like that shit. I don't know why it bothers me so bad. I think it sends the wrong message, and it showcases that relationships are just easy, or they're not as much maintenance as they actually are. And they are. Even Remy and Papoose. Yeah, I said it earlier. Like, we're rich, we're in love, we're fly. And it's like, that's not realistic. That's not what love is about. Love is when someone goes to get you fucking donuts and coffee at 5 a.m. in the morning because you rolled over and said you wanted this. Love is sitting up in a hospital bed, advocating for someone, or the person sitting in the hospital bed and you're advocating for their care. Love is you went to go pick me up something to eat because I said I'm burnt out from work and everything else that I have on my plate today. There's so many different examples. Just those little intimate acts and those little shows of effort or displays of effort, those can really go a long way. You being in a fucking ball gown, your makeup all done, and he's in a tux looking ever the dapper gentleman. Like, it's not realistic to keep up with. And then there's like a keeping up with the Joneses element. Like, oh, we're always dressed up. We're always dressed to the nines. It's like all of us aren't rich. All of us aren't in that tax bracket. We're very regular people. The people that tend to support them are very regular, everyday people. And there's nothing absolutely wrong with that. But I don't know. And then just like acting like you have all the advice or all the answers. I don't like that shit either, because no one has it. Bitch, I don't even know. I tell you in every single video, I'm not a relationship expert. I'm not a dating coach. I don't have all the answers. I'm just telling you what works for me and my husband and what works in my situation. But my situation might not be your situation. So I don't know. That's just something that aggravates the living fuck out of me. I don't know why I'm so tight about this, but I wish we would stop doing that. I wish people would be more honest. I wish people would be more authentic. And I guess it's hard because that's tied to their work. That's tied to their career. That's how they make money. But again, I don't like it because it's very misleading. And then I feel like it skews our perception of love, because if people keep breaking up and stuff like that, then it's like, well, damn, will anybody stay together? Like, it's just very misleading. I don't know. I'm not in that world either. So I'm sure there's shit behind the scenes that I don't know about. I'm trying to give these people grace, but I just wanted to give out some examples. And I wondered if anybody else had comments about this or thought the same thing. Let me know in the comments. Don't eat me up. I'm not trying to attack any of these people. It's just some thoughts that I have. And these are some examples of what I talked about. Like, people using Black love as their... I don't like the idea or the construct of it. I fucking hate that idea. It's just like, love is love. Like, why does it need to be so specific to race? But anyway, like, I understand where they're coming from, but I just don't necessarily agree with it. But anyway, I love you guys and I hope you like this video. Bye.